Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back. I'm Josie with Awakened Soul. We're here for a reading about you and the person on your mind. Today's reading is going to be focused on the truth about this connection. And when pulling your cards here today, I left it open for whatever my divine team wants to allow through for you. So I do hope that today's reading will bring you some clarity and some insight that you've been seeking and reveal some important truths about this connection to you. I do ask that if you find yourself resonating with your reading here today, you hit that like button and also subscribe if you're new. That way you won't miss out on any future readings that will resonate with your life or with this situation in specifics. Alrighty, you guys. So what we will be covering in today's reading. First, I'm going to get started with the spread I have gotten out for us, which is all about these truths that you need to be aware of. After that, I'm going to leave it rather free-flowing and open. I'm feeling called to let my intuition guide me throughout the rest of the reading. I will likely pull some tarot out, maybe about this person's thoughts and feelings or what could be coming next. We're going to kind of go with the flow and see where we go in today's reading. And no matter what, I will pull out some channeled messages towards the end so you can see what they would like to say to you right now, and end our reading with a message just for you. I do always like to end my readings with a short message just for the viewer. I think it's really important at the end of this reading that you bring your energy back toward yourself again, that you bring your attention back on you and not necessarily directed towards this person or this connection. That way you can kind of recharge and recenter. So we'll do that at the very end. I'll also get out a few tiles and charms for extra confirmation and info. So let's hop right into it, you guys. Representing the truths you need to know about this connection, we have glass, the Y is salt, and tin. We also have reconnect, trust, and ego. And then down here, we have stop, caution, fear, and death. And I know that that sounds like a very heavy and intense combination, but there's actually a really important message behind that. I'm going to get to that momentarily, okay? But first, I want to chat about this section up here. First of all, I can't ignore the fact that the first two cards I pulled for us here today have circles at the dead center of the cards themselves, okay? And anytime I see symbolism like that, it reminds me of cycles, okay? Repetition, patterns, maybe karmic cycles that you or your person or both of you have repeated. They're also drawing my eye up here to the Fibonacci spiral on this shell that I have. I think that you and your person, like, I'm not even going to beat around the bush. I think the two of you have had several lifetimes with each other. This is probably a past life connection for most of you watching. And even if that's not the case, I think there have been certain patterns and cycles both of you have been going through over and over and over again throughout this lifetime, throughout your past lifetimes. And one thing you really need to know about your connection with this person right now is that it is meant to help you break those cycles. And when I say you, I mean both of you, you and your person. Now, there could be differences, okay? It's not like you and your person are the exact same person here, but these cycles have followed you for a very long time, both of you. And this connection is meant to kind of like put a stop to that, put a halt to that. And in fact, one of those patterns or cycles for at least one of you in this connection involves being overprotective and overcautious and being unable to actually trust yourself and see things clearly. So that could be you, your person, or even both of you. One of you definitely has a deep fear of connection with others, or like deeper levels of intimacy. I think that you both still really crave that, like you really are wanting a deep level connection with another person, but happens to put up walls and build structures around those connections to keep yourself safe or the illusion of being protected. If you don't, become emotionally intimate with a person, you're not going to be hurt. Like that type of illusion you're feeding into. And if that doesn't sound like you, this is definitely about your person, but I feel like to some degree it's both of you that are experiencing this. And this connection is meant to stop that. It's meant to put an end to it once and for all. They came out in this order. We have stop, being overly cautious, letting fear guide you and rule you. You need to put an end to that, right? We have the death card coming out here. That is a finale. That is an ending. That is closure. It is the ending of that cycle. So for those of you watching that resonate with this, I invite you to maybe dive a little bit deeper into yourself and develop a deeper sense of trusting yourself and not letting your ego, which operates in a fear-based energy, guide your way throughout this connection or this relationship or life in general. Now, as long as we're incarnate, we're always going to have an ego, right? It's just like the dualistic nature of existence. We're always going to be battling with ego. Maybe even going through several rounds of ego breakdown. But I think it's important that you remember that there is a balance that needs to be had. And if you find that your ego is operating primarily in a fear-based energy and it's making you afraid of getting close to someone, I think that there's something about this connection that is inviting you to deepen your own sense of self-trust and self-value, right? Because when you truly trust yourself, when you truly love yourself, there's not really a need to put up walls because you're better at setting healthy boundaries. That's what I always say on my channel for a reason. We like boundaries, not walls, okay? Because walls come from a place of fear. They come from a place of it comes from a place of fear. Fear of trusting another, fear of trusting the self. It's coming from a lower vibrational standpoint because when we build up walls with someone, that's basically the equivalent of saying, I don't trust myself to make good decisions. And so these walls are going to prevent me from having to make those decisions in the first place because I'm just going to block them out and avoid it altogether. It's a very avoidant type of thing to do, okay? But when we have healthy boundaries, and we trust ourselves, we trust that we will go where we need to go and do what we have to do to take care of ourselves, it's easy to let people in because we understand that if people are really seeking our best interest, if people are really meant to be in our lives, they will honor our boundaries for the most part, okay? Not that everybody is perfect, but if you set a boundary with someone and you make it clear and they cross it, usually they will not do that again, right? If they have good intentions. But anyway, I forgot the train of thought I was going on right there, you guys. What I was trying to get at is when we have healthy boundaries, we are willing to walk away if something isn't serving us or if something is crossing those boundaries over and over again, right? And so that's where this sense of self-trust and self-love comes from. This connection is helping you to see things more clearly, to identify who has your best interests at heart, who does not, and to allow yourself to trust your own judgment and not just put up walls to avoid making decisions or avoid feeling certain emotions, right? I think it's been difficult. I wouldn't be surprised if this connection has been challenging in a lot of ways. But if you're able to look deeper at it, maybe you can see how it is meant to push you in the direction of leveling up and evolving and moving past operating out of a purely fear-based energy where you're overly cautious and you're trying to push people away so you don't have to feel those feelings or avoid making important decisions, okay? And I think your person is meant to experience this as well. Instead of deflecting that energy, deflecting the emotions or projecting them away or burying them away or avoiding them altogether, you're meant to allow them to come through so you can see clearly. Even just with the images here, it's telling that story. With the tin card, it's reminding me of the emotions. If you imagine the rainbows or the beams of light being your own experience, being your own emotions and understanding, with the tin card down here, we have this energy that's operating out of this fear and ego-based energy of fear, deflecting, rejecting, pushing away, avoiding, where it's bouncing off. You're not letting those emotions to actually come through and process them. And then up here, we have it starting to enter into you being the circle, right? It's starting to come through to the point where you're able to understand and see things clearly, and it's not so clouded or foggy anymore. You're able to actually process it and learn from the experience and make good decisions where you trust yourself, to reconnect to your roots, reconnect to who you are and your own feelings, your own experience, as well as other people. Okay, so I do think that this is a higher level connection for you and your person. Again, it could be very challenging. That is oftentimes the case with our higher level soul connections. They challenge us, they challenge our ego, they force us out of our comfort zone so that we can grow and evolve into a higher level version of ourselves. And I see that happening for both you and your person. I don't think this is a one-sided thing. So I do want to dive a little bit deeper into their thoughts and feelings about you at this time. And then we'll kind of go with the flow after that. So give me a moment here as I adjust. This is a reminder, by the way, if you are enjoying this video and you haven't already, consider hitting that like button to let me know, and subscribe if you're new. We'd love to have you join us on the Awakened Soul family. Talk to me about this person's current thoughts, feelings, and energies towards the viewer, please. Okay, let's get a few more out. Okay, so this is telling a bit of a story, like a chain of thoughts your person has and their emotions. We have a typo, first of all, here with the Ace of Swords, it says, but it's really the King of Swords. They did it with the Queen of Swords in this deck too. I don't know why it's a typo, but I go with the flow with it, and I sort of read it as kind of like a combination of both of those two energies when it comes out. We also have Death, which is the second time that's come out, by the way. It's also Scorpio energy. The Knight of Cups, which is Pisces. The Nine of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. So what is this person thinking and feeling about you? What is their stance in the connection right now? It's kind of giving me a timeline and a story here, where your person definitely would resonate with the first part of this message. They have closed off a little bit. With the King of Swords, we have an analytical person, but also somebody who can sometimes be perceived as overly stoic and not very emotionally expressive. Okay, now I do think this Knight of Cups is actually your person's true nature, but due to them putting up walls, this is kind of where they're at. This is like their go-to fear-based energy, right? Where they have a tendency to block off their emotions, build up walls around their emotions. And I do think truth and clarity and honesty and communication are important to your person, and they respect it when you are very direct with them about your experience. But maybe they've been a little bit reluctant to share their inner experience with you, but they understand that that needs to come to an end here, okay? So when your person is thinking about you, they're thinking about their own behaviors and how they're negatively impacting you or this connection and themselves, maybe even other people in their life. So your person is certainly starting to see things clearer and clearer day by day. I'm feeling called to share with you guys. It's taking some time, but they are trying to pull out of that King of Swords energy and into more of a Knight of Cups type of energy, where they are more creative, they're more expressive. Now, I don't think this is ever going to go away. Your person might just be an analytical type where They're in their head a lot. I don't think that's going to change, and it's definitely not a bad thing. It's just that they're trying to find a balance between being emotionally open and expressive and still using their logic to make a lot of their decisions and to guide them in their day-to-day life. So they're trying to find a balance and end this overly stoic energy they may come through with more often than not. They want to be more romantic. They want to be more emotional. I think deep inside, this is where your person really wants to be. It's just that their ego is has blocked it probably for a really long time. And so it's like by default, they've defaulted to this King of Swords type of energy where they block it out altogether. This person could be very sensitive. In general, they might be very emotional, and that's why they chose to put up walls and block it out, because they had been hurt one too many times and they did it as a defense mechanism or something, okay? Now, with the 9 of Cups, the 6 of Pentacles, it's telling me that this person sees a lot of potential in this connection to harmonize and to balance them out and for them to be able to do the same with you. They are thinking about ways that they can be more giving in this connection, specifically with emotions. It could be monetarily as well. Like this person may want to be more generous with you, but I think that it directly relates to their emotions. Like they'd like to give you more. They want to express more to you. They see a lot of good in this connection and they don't want to see it fall away because they were too reluctant to be open here. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple more cards to see what's coming next in this connection, and then I will get to the channeled messages. What is coming next from this person, please? What is coming next from this person? Okay, hold on. There's a lot that's coming out here. And actually, I got to bend over and pick those up. So give me 1 second here, you guys. Okay. Redo. I'm finally getting over my sickness, by the way. If you're like a returning viewer, if you watch my videos on a regular basis, I'm finally getting better. Yay. Okay. All right. Clarify the 4 of Pentacles, please. Clarify the 4 of Pentacles. Okay. Any additional info? What is coming next from this person? Your person is saving up for something right now. I'm trying to pick it apart for you. I'm trying to get as specific as I can for you, okay? They want to keep it a secret though. Okay. And clarify the 8 of Cups, please. What it is this person feels like they've been greedy. For some of you, it involves money. Maybe this is like financial gifts and being more financially generous with you. That is up here for some of you. Because what I'm reading from this combination is that this person feels like they've been greedy. This could be greedy by sharing emotions. This could be greedy financially. Take it as it resonates for your situation. I'm just going to read it as both and trust that you will use your intuition here. But this person has been overprotective over their resources, and the resource could be their emotions, their self-expression. It could also be financially, okay? This person has been reserving it. They've been saving it. They've been keeping it within, okay? They've been protecting themselves from you. However, something has caught their attention, and I don't know where the wake-up call has come from. If it was divine in nature, it certainly could be like God has woken them up, the divine has woken them up, or if it came from within them or based on something you said, has woken them up to the fact that if they keep this guarded energy, if they keep being deceptive, if they keep you at arm's length, if they stop being generous, if they keep being overly protective, you are going to take that as manipulative and walk away from them if they don't like heed this warning and wake up to it. okay? So this person's next moves towards you seem to be actually being more generous, whether that's with emotions or resources, finances, both, whatever it is. They have this wake-up call. They know they need to do this, or there's going to be an ending of your connection, basically. So I see your person leaning more towards the side of opening up and being vulnerable and generous with you versus letting this all fall apart, okay? That's what I'm seeing. Let's get out some channeled messages from them to you now. Let's see what this person would like to say to you. What would this person like to say, please, spiritual team? Okay. We have time. I'm afraid it's too late to take action. Maybe this person feels like they should have acted sooner, or they should have made some changes sooner. We also have soul contract. The lessons I learned from us will never be forgotten. Yeah, they're learning a lot of lessons. That came through so strongly throughout the rest of the reading. And I think you are as well. We have forgiveness. I'm struggling to get over the past. Your person hasn't released past stuff yet. And that is like, if I could sum up your reading in just one thing, it's that this person and you seem to have come into each other's lives to purge the past, to heal the past, and to stop cycles that are not serving your highest good and evolution, okay? Your person is still struggling with it a little bit, okay? They may have a tendency to distract themselves with other responsibilities when they don't want to process their feelings. I'm distracting myself with work. So that could be one thing that they do, is they overwork themselves, or they take on too many projects so they don't have time to actually think about their feelings, okay? Which isn't healthy to do, by the way, even though society might say, wow, you're such a hard worker, or wow, look at that person's ambition and drive. If you're doing it to avoid feeling your feelings, it's not a healthy thing to do. Yes, it's admirable to be a hard worker, but not if you're doing it for unhealthy reasons, like avoiding feeling your feelings or whatever it is, in my opinion, at least, okay? We also have chemistry. I've never felt a passion this intense. I feel like that's self-explanatory. This person feels very passionate about you. They feel this magnetism between the two of you. We also have, I'm not strong enough yet. So many things remind me of you, and I've let past relationship scars influence our relationship. And there's this continued reference to the past, okay? Where it's like your person knows that the past relationships they've been in have interfered with your connection. They are aware of that, okay? They're aware that they need to let go of certain things. It's just that they're taking some time to actually do that and go through that work and that process. Okay, they think about you a lot. They wonder if you feel the same way that they do. It seems like you're more emotionally open and expressive than this person is. Yet at the same time, they're still questioning it, because remember, your person is a very deep feeler. They feel things very strongly, but they come across as this King of Swords type, where they're stoic. They're not as emotionally expressive as you are. And so they don't know if you feel things to the same extreme that they do. Okay, even if you are more expressive, your person is a very, very deep feeler. It's just that they don't let you in on that inner world very often. Okay, let's get out some tiles and charms next. This is for extra info and confirmation. Okay, you might see their initials or important words for the connection or symbols. Whoa, okay, I guess that happened. We have an A that came out by itself, flip up, face up, flipped up, okay? We have A, B, P, R. We also have K, T, and F, okay? I'm seeing the word bat or rat coming out. Somebody's name could also be Pat or Kat, Catherine, Katie. And for the symbols, we have the Jesus fish coming out here. We also have an elephant. To me, this is talking about overcoming obstacles. We also have a 4-leaf clover, so luck. There's also something about auspiciousness coming through, good fortune, good luck. This connection may also be helping you with your finances, which does typically happen as we raise our vibration, as we level up. Usually our 3D reality does as well, aka our finances tend to improve, good luck tends to come our way. And then we do have the charm I read almost like a love triangle or a love square. So since I didn't get like a current romantic third party vibe from this connection, I don't think that's happening here. It could be, take it if it resonates, but I think that these are past romantic relationships more than likely, or past relationships that are still acting like a third party in your situation and interfering with how this person behaves, maybe how you behave in this connection, and there's a need to like close those cycles out once and for all, okay? This has come up for the collective a lot lately. I am closing out your reading here today with a message just for you, as I typically do. Very important for you to bring your energy back towards yourself again so it can help you recharge, bring the focus back on you. Your first message is the cardinal with adventure. Drop a bird emoji down below to let me know you're still with me here. You need to live up to your fullest potential. Explore new directions and take risks in order to grow as an individual. Change may be uncomfortable, but it is necessary. And then over here, your affirmation of the day, I invite you to affirm with me by typing in the comments, today I will not give in. Today I will not allow negative thoughts or feelings to prevent me from achieving happiness. Beautiful. I am going to pack up and leave your reading here today, you guys. I want to thank you so much for joining for today's reading. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day or night. And until next time, bye for now.